Hey guys, and welcome back to Omega Ruby. I couldn't really find a decent spot to start the part from, so I figured I'd start it when we're en route to Evergrande City.
I like to think he just randomly teleported and he just look around like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, was that guy back there standing on fucking water?
Yeah, he was patrolling the seas, man. That's what ace trainers do.
Who knew they gave the ability to psychically walk on the waves? That's nuts.
Well, Luchador Pikachu is giving it the Jesus treatment here.
Man, everybody has this amazing power but me. What's going on here?
Ach no, I'm quadruply damaged by electricity.
So why did you run into a Pelipper only to kill it instantly?
Because I don't need one?
Okay, works for me. I still think it's really awkward to have a Pokemon battle when you're trying to swim. I mean, you're kind of distracted already, so to speak. I can't really split my attention that well, I admit.
Go Graveler. Sploosh.
No, it'd be funny if he sent out a Rotom and then it fell into the water and it shorted out instantly and died.
Either that or it'd take control of the whole ocean.
Oh god, no. That would be a terrifying thought. Rotom is master of the seas now.
Well, maybe that's just too fanficky and overpowered. It just takes over a submarine instead. Or is that too stand-like?
Yeah, I'm starting to get JoJo vibes from that, and usually I'm okay with that, but still. For a minute, I didn't see where that kid was coming from. I thought the fucking Cliff had seen you, then I realized he had brown hair. Okay, or white-ish hair, I don't know.
What, are you gonna do recover spam as well?
I'm not sure if I like how the second star on its back spins. I have a feeling if you pulled the two Staryus apart, you'd see a little joint in the middle that you could just spin them independently.
Oh, I've seen comics like that.
What, you have? Really?
I'd rather not talk about them.
Oh my god. Have you been looking at shit I shouldn't know about?
Not in that regard, no.
I'm fixing to say.
Just weird webcomics and whatnot. Oh, it's almost Metagross time.
Yeah, how much longer is it until he actually becomes Metagross?
Pretty sure level 45.
Okay, alright. Meteor Mash, that's apparently a good move. See, now I'm kind of afraid to talk about moves, because then the comments will flare up going, you are this fucking wrong.
So, how about that Breloom?
Oh, you mentioned something about its design, and then they start getting on you about the competitive stuff. Alright, sure, I made a mistake. I still think Shroomish is shit.
Oh, you just got told, comment section. God, this is the biggest puzzle in the entire Pokemon League. What are we meant to do?
Swim up, stupid, but how?
Hello, I'm back here, catch me.
So I like to see this feat just kind of ride on the Ludicolo as it, okay, shoots water up its ass, fine.
Well, it acts as like a spout, and you sit on its sombrero head, and there you go.
So Ludicolo was a rocket this entire time. It makes no sense at all, I suppose.
Welcome to Evergrande City. I'm not even sure if it could qualify as a city, considering it's only got this and a cave.
Well, if it's got a Pokemon Center, that means the locale can be taxed. That's what's important.
Oh, is that how it works?
Well, though, then again, Pokemon Centers are probably funded by the government, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's a federal reserve of some kind?
You'd think so, because the entire economy revolves around Pokemon.
That's true. It's not really a good idea to kind of base your economy around that, especially when we have people coming in. They're like, well, I'm gonna kill everyone and kill all the Pokemon with my big, giant planet buster cock up in here.
And I know Pokemon is not a fad. It's surpassed that by, leaps and bounds. But there's gonna be other collect 'em all kind of things, like Beyblade. Beyblade is cool.
I don't know, we'll see what happens when Yokai Watch, comes out over here. Apparently it's, super popular in Japan. Me, I can't see how, but I don't know. I'm not 12. I only sound that way.
Also the username.
Also, no, I trimmed that down for a fucking reason, alright?
Okay. It's Victory Road time. Let's do this.
What do you think of this Victory Road compared to the others? Because me, I have always fucking hated Victory Road, personally. It's a goddamn annoyance.
It feels like a bit of a slog, like, oh, you got 8 badges, it took you about 15 hours to reach this point? Well, here's a really boring dungeon.
Yeah, it's not really that interesting when it's through a fucking cave. You gotta use all your damn HM stuff again, even though normally you would never use them most of the time. It's just a huge drag for me, or a push in this case.
That's why I kind of split it into 2 parts, because I didn't want to have like a half an hour thing, like with X. Honestly, I kind of forget the runtime in that, but I can remember 2 specific Victory Roads, not counting Gen 1s, which is like the OG. Gen 5s, which had like outdoor elements to it, which was pretty cool. And Gen 2s, which is notable for being the only Victory Road to have no trainers whatsoever.
That's the one that's leading up to Red, isn't it? Or is that like a completely different... Yeah, that was Mount Silver, and that was more like a straight line than anything. But, yeah, I'm starting to remember Gen 2's Victory Road. I mean, it was still annoying, but at least I didn't have to fight anybody along the way and drag it out even further.
Do you know the story reason why you didn't have to fight anyone in Gen 2's Victory Road?
No, I don't, actually. What is the story reason?
It's because Silver beat you to the end and beat all of them first.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Well, I always called him Red, but yeah, I can kind of see where they're coming from that.
Oh, psychic and flying. I'm like doubly weak right now. Too bad I got kicks on my side.
Fire tends to work against mostly everything, well, except water, I suppose. Well, I'm pretty sure you could burn water if you tried hard enough. You can boil it. There you go. I mean, some of these fire Pokemon, they have temperatures that exceed like thousands of degrees. I'm pretty sure if they just hugged like a Squirtle, it would explode. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure there was like a J-Hall comic which like made fun of how inaccurate the Pokédex can be. Oh, how smart is this? Can he like solve 10 billion things in a second?
What, is he doing that in like Alakazam or whatever?
Yeah, something like that.
It's Rhyperior!
Give me hugs!
I'm gonna say this, and I don't want you guys bitch at me because I'm talking about competitive, because I'm not, alright? I just don't like Rhyperior's design. I think Rhydon is a great place to stop that evolution. Fortunately, Rhyperior, I think, only evolves under certain conditions. It's not my level. So you can actually avoid him if you want, which is perfectly fine.
It's item-based, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. It's kind of hard to root for a Mexican Pokemon that also looks like a pineapple.
You got something you want to tell me, Helldragon?
I have problems with pineapples. Have you ever had pineapples?
I've had pineapple juice.
I hate pineapples on pizza, and my dad would get it all the fucking time. Why would you eat a pizza that way? Come on.
It's pepperoni or nothing, maybe sausage sometimes.
Well, pepperoni, sausage, sometimes Canadian bacon, that's fine with me. It's gotta have cheese, ideally. It'd be weird to have a pizza without cheese, I admit.
I'd like a pizza, hold the cheese.
I'd like a piece of bread, just put some tomato sauce on it. Do you want me to bake it? No, I'll wing it from there.
Do you want a knife and fork? No, because I'm American and not a savage.
They have like a web series over here called You're Eating It Wrong, where they tell you different ways to eat foods. Like they're talking about that for pizza and the like. It's kind of nuts.
Expect a lot of this kind of commentary, guys. It is Victory Road, after all.
And Frostlass, that's not creepy or weird at all. I mean, I kind of like the design, but still, she's got a huge fucking head, let's be honest.
It's like her head tassels are also her arms.
I think that's what they were going with for. I know it's supposed to evoke like a Yuki Onna or something like that, but still.
What would that be in English?
It's like a snow spirit, in Japanese mythology, folklore, things like that.
Ah, okay. Is this the alternate evolution, like the other thing evolves into a Glalie?
Yeah, it's Snorunt. The female ones evolve into this, and the male ones evolve into Glalie.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a Gardevoir Gallade split all over again.
Actually, that's a good comparison. I never noticed, though.
I wonder if these ace trainers ever reach their goals, like, in the end. Because we fight so many of them, but you never see one that kind of manages to go all the way. I guess it's because their design isn't original enough. Because that's how it is in these kind of games, like, if you have the generic same NPC trainer art, you ain't fucking going nowhere.
Right?
you will never ever get to where you want. You'll always be that guy. Even if you're an ace trainer and you're technically better than everyone else, your hair is the same color as all the other ace trainers, you ain't going nowhere.
You hadn't even got a 3D model. You ain't even a magma grunt. Sorry, not a magma grunt, a flare grunt. But can you blame me? They're both like the same kind of typing.
I mean, even the gym leaders, they have original, unique designs. You are wearing the same shirt you got from Walmart as every other fucker who got the same shirt from Walmart. You ain't going nowhere.
Now, you might be saying to yourselves, Tom, why are you wasting, like, a TM and such on Ziggy? I can see the path forward. Well, the original 3DS has a really small screen, so no, okay? I need to use it.
Yeah, the new one, the new 3DS, that one actually has a backlight, doesn't it?
I'm not sure. Well, they all have backlights, mate, but, you know, the screen is still pretty small.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, they only really introduced the backlight when it comes to, you know, the Game Boy Advance SP. I still gotta get a charger for that down the line.
Ah, the GBA SP.
Yeah, it's silver. It's my original Game Boy Advance was this really nice silver edition. I think it was limited in a way, and I don't have it anymore, which fucking sucks, so I gotta make do with what I got.
I think my original one was the tribal one.
Yeah, and then later on you got that, what was it? You know, the Rayquaza version?
Yeah, the emerald green one.
That would be actually a pretty nice color to have. Is that an SP or is that a normal one?
That's an SP, and I think it was like a Pokemon Center exclusive.
Ooh, really? It'd be nice to have something like that, but I'll make do with what I got.
They also had Groudon and Kyogre versions.
So I noticed Hitmontop needs a haircut, like, bad?
I'm not sure about the whole dancing thing. Can you stop that? We're trying to battle here.
He's got like a little Aaron haircut going on there. You noticed that, right?
Yeah.
Yo, man, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. Let's do it. I don't know what Aaron sounds like. Excuse me.
There's gonna be a rumble tonight. Oh God.
I guess that's what happens when your body is perfectly spherical. It gets a little sensitive. You know what I'm saying?
It's Hitmontop. It's spherical.
Yeah, all of its strength is kind of balanced on the top. Below that, not so much, really. I guess he gets his kicks above the waistline, Sunshine.
I'm just going to pretend I know what that's from, so I seem cultured.
You are disappointing me in so many ways.
Well, are you going to explain what it's from instead of chastising me in front of Ernie here?
Well, it's a song that was originally produced for the musical Chess. And Chess, by the way, is a musical with a long and interesting history. No, I'm not going to do that.
Gee, Bert, you sure are a bit of a dork.
And I told you not to eat cookies in the damn bed.
Should not be drinking water during that.
You gotta stop drinking water when we're doing this, man.
Yeah. Just fucking dehydrate, you piece of shit. Oh, I guess I'm not an expert after all. Back to night school for me, I guess.
Well, I suppose it's better than ending up in like a home for old Pokemon trainers. Anyway, here we go.
No.
Here, let me just get a few extra arms out of the back. Gotta install those.
Get the spare Matang from the other room in here.
Yeah, he's probably, like, all the screws are, like, really old, and he kind of had to just cobble himself together.
I'm sorry, he may be a bit unwieldy, but Metagross is one of my favourite designs in Pokemon ever, and one of my favourite, like, steel types.
I agree. Like, you know, Metagross is kind of a huge, really good design in Gen 3, whereas, you know, I've said that I'm not really a huge fan of the Gen 3 designs, but Metagross, I think, really does carry it through, and the Shiny Edition, in particular, just looks great on that Pokemon, personally.
If you have the Shiny Metagross in your team, you will get a little bit of additional dialogue here and there, especially in the post-game. It was my job to wait here. It is foretold. It is our destiny. No, it is destiny.
I wonder what happens if you ran past, when he tried to run, you know, after you over the bridge.
Get back here!
Get back here and have a fucking Pokemon battle with me.
Oh, the clamp!
Yeah, but it's not our clamp, so oh well.
I saw her the other day. Well, what the fuck am I talking about? It's a video game.
Freaking me out, man. Come on.
I was originally going to bring her in for the league to take out the dragons, but I thought better of it.
That would have been pretty cool. Like, you know, coming completely out of nowhere. Suddenly the Clamps comes back in to show her stuff again.
I was gonna, like, balance the team with some of our X-team, but it turns out they're in the level 70s, so it'd be a bit unfair, you know? Okay, moving on.
I wonder who comes in here to work on these bridges, you know, for Victory Road to make sure they kind of stay up to snuff.
The Pokemon League Commission.
Does the Commission run Victory Road?
I don't know, someone's gotta, like, maintain it.
Well, I mean, if Victory Road was like a fucking office building, I can see that, but it's just a cave. Nobody's gonna come in here and make sure that all the stalactites are in working order, you know what I'm saying?
You never heard of, like, cave preservation societies?
I guess, yeah, you know, that's actually a good point. I guess if this was on a Federal Reserve, like we were talking about earlier, then I suppose they have people to come in here and make sure the bridges are maintained, the ladders are working, because, you know, that's a good thing to put in a cave, right? Make sure all the water is surfable, you know? I'm not sure how they do that, but there you go. He looks like he came up to you looking for a fucking fight, like an actual fist fight. He just walks up to you, I'm gonna pick on this kid.
You look okay. I could get into this. Hello?
He's not actually gonna fight with the Houndoom, he's just gonna throw it at you. It's fucking like a, you know, drive-by Pokemon. Does that, do they do that, I wonder? You know, they drive by and then the Growlithe shoots flame at the other guy?
Like, you personally, just walking down the street, our fans drive by. Hey, Helldragon, I disagree.
Yo, Helldragon, what's up? And just fucking shoots bullet seeds into my leg.
Breloom says hi. Houndoom, you were so intimidating back in Gen 2 when you were still a sprite. Not so much now.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess some Pokemon really do work out better in sprites, which is odd, I admit.
Yeah.
You can put your leg down now, by the way. It's stuck.
Hey, it's keeping it caught.
Well, I suppose, if we're gonna use that terminology. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to Shiftry over here, but he needs hands, and I'm kind of distressed about that.
He's dead now, and it's Shrifty, by the way.
Shrifty, Shiftry, whatever. The first way when I say it sounds more like a tasty, delectable food item anyway.
Yes, you did. And this is Victory Road, no less, so that's a double demise for you.
I guess I'll just stand here and think about what I did.
That 10 billion yard stare over there.
Just in there going, fuck, what do I do now? Shit.
Oh, Mom's gonna be really disappointed in me.
Well, you know, she already was, because the guy was a delinquent to begin with, but still. Fresh!
Ah!
Oh, more cave. Didn't see that coming. Because you had to use flash to see it.
Alright, let's do this. Last battle of this part.
Yeah, that girl. Not really the thing you should be saying to a trainer like me, come on.
Ooh, fossil attack.
Oh, well, that's actually new. This is like the first time I think we've seen these guys in like an actual Pokemon battle, though. Armaldo, I still don't know what the hell is going on with that. It looks like somebody took a normal Pokemon and stretched out its features a bit too much. Like that one game in Mario Party where you have to fuck with Bowser's face.
Yeah, the thing that was taken from like Mario 64's start screen.
Yeah, something like that, but it's just, they kind of do that with Armaldo. And somebody told me what the hell a Cradilly is, but I still can't wrap my mind around it that well.
What is it, like an ancient flower?
I think it's... Yeah, I think it's like an ancient flower. I'm tempted to say it's more like an ancient confusing device they made up to make sure I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and it seems to be working, you know?
Now, both of these Pokemon are rock types, but their subtypes are grass and bug, respectively, for Cradilly and Armaldo, so you can exploit that.
Armaldo's a bug?
Yeah.
I suppose. It's kind of hard to tell.
Well, it's got those little pincers at the front, the little bug eyes.
I just assumed that was a result of the deadly, like, disease it had contracted, or something. Like, you know, the years obviously haven't been very kind to Armaldo, because back in the day it used to look a lot more dignified. I bet when it Mega Evolves it becomes beautiful again. You know, it's kind of with Aerodactyl.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what Ooh, nasty. I'm wondering what Mega Evolutions will come next for the next Pokemon game. Because, you know, I can't just enjoy the things we have right now. The second this game released, I just wanted, like, Gen 4 remakes.
I want to see a Mega Farfetch'd. Just because I'm curious, will the leak split into multiples? Can you make food that way? That's what I want to know.
Oh my god, he's dual-wielding.
2?
2?
That'd be pretty nuts.
Twitchy, you are underleveled and also our fly slave, but I gave you Steel Wing out of the goodness of my heart. Okay guys, we'll see you next time for the rest of Victory Road. Bye bye.